Saturday Showdown. Shomek versus Chabi.
That was not taken.
Triple flex.
Triple flex.
Quadra flex. Yumi top lane.
And I mean, that flexibility,
It's
at least being
continuing.
teased here with the Scion, they will lock it in. And now for Liv Sandbox, you know, you're looking at this Nautilus that could be a jungle flex, but you're not sure if you actually really want to play this without knowing what the matchup is going to be. A Kindred was considered here, but I actually like the Nocturne a lot more because it allows you to get past all of that peel, the Gragas, the Scion, the Azir, fly into the backline. The Yumi isn't going to offer that much protection against the Nocturne ultimate. And once the Nocturne gets on top of the Aphelios, then the followable comes from Nautilus.
T1 may not have enough. Very excited to see how this one's going to go. Top under the rift.
Nothing crazy here in terms of the runes. Do see the fleet footwork here from the Aphelios, Lethal Tempo Zeri, and Unsealed from Closer. We've seen so many different variations of the aura. We've seen Electrocute, we've seen fleet footwork from Faker, but in this particular case, I do like this a lot.
Yep. Fun fact, this is Birdol's 5th game on Renekton.
Yesterday, about, hold that thought though.
Yeah, Birdol could be in trouble here. The Alcove Gaming, I think it might be an Alcove Grave here for Birdol, as he is at least moving the Scion around and being frustrated. Slice, dice, what? He's alive! He doesn't even have to flash! What is this? He's a god!
Yeah.
Why have you only played 4 games of Renekton?
That was pretty clean, and I think that...
Ghost man, all right, Will is going to come down. He's only level 5, but they're trying to battle this one out. Dustbringer not going to really do anything as Teddy has to flash and cleanse. Hook is going to try and get Kyle out of here, but man, that was just Gumayusi Carrier standing up and saying, no, we are better, we are stronger, and you have to leave. He's going to see what he can do to steal this one away. Faker moving in, Closer also here. There's Birdol, a lot of value from that Q, but he's still going down extraordinarily low. There's the cast, so much CC here from T1 as the paranoia is utilized. Birdol stays alive though, it's Kyle. The lock's down, the kill, the Rift Herald's getting in amongst it as well as Birdol. He flashes the ult, but I don't know whether it's going to be enough. The final chapter coming through here. The Nocturne is dead, and Kyle's like, guys, where is everyone? What are we doing? The shortest dredge line of all time will spell the end of the Anchor Man. Not Will Ferrell.
Wait.
Kyle, never mind. He survives. You never doubt the man from Bioshock as, oh my goodness, the Q's not going to be enough. Faker does manage to get the Crocodile, and he executes himself on the way out.
Yeah, so I think that they should probably just vacate. They're going to try to teleport for it.
All right, we're going for a 5v5 as Birdol, are you going to be okay, is the question. Sentinel going to turn up here as well, right for the fight. As Q's going to get charged, that is going to be the Rift Herald taken, and now the paranoia comes in. Teddy trying to get the work done. He can't cleanse the Emperor's Divide, though, as Birdol looks for the backline. He gets on top of Gumayusi, and it's somehow Teddy that locks down the kill. Now he's free hitting Zeus, just getting out of there, and the cool kids, they didn't panic, and they're looking to take down T1. Teddy now looking for Owner, who goes down extraordinarily low, and I think that he might be dead. It's going to take a little bit of time.
They're looking for Faker, too, with a teleport here from Closer. Faker will get out.
Yeah, Faker gets out. Owner is just walking to... Yeah, I think, yeah, he's just dead. And they did buy a lot of time, but in the end, the team fight gets won by Liv Sandbox, and Wolf!
Force threatening plays here, push Liv Sandbox back, and so it's not just gold you gain from that play, especially when you have an Azir.
Emperor's Divide is going to be avoided. There is now Closer finds a charm onto Faker. Kyle is moving up, though Birdol's here as well. And I think Faker might be dead, guys. The crown was broken a while ago, and that is back-to-back charms here for Closer. Having a great performance in that particular 1v1 until Birdol comes over and says, I'll take that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Willer here doesn't have vision on where Guma is anymore. Guma should be able to get this back off for free, push that mid-wave in.
So Liv Sandbox are required to get over here. There is no teleport on this Crocodile. And Zeus is standing on a control ward, not going to be able to body slam away here, as now we're looking for the turn. Fear is going to connect. Zeus already taking a lot of damage. He's kind of out of this fight, as there's the paranoia. Teddy setting up, getting into position. Another hook is going to connect, this time onto Owner as the final chapter comes on through. Emperor's Divide to get rid of Birdol, as now Gumayusi dashing forward. Teddy cleansing, flashing, getting the heck out of there. And T1, they lose no one, and now they're back on the Baron. These health bars on Liv Sandbox just cannot stand up to it.
Teddy just doesn't have ult here.
Oh, a very nice charm, and that's going to be the kill. It's a Duskbringer.
I mean, Teddy, if he could get back in here.
Oh, well, okay, 2,000. There it is, the steal. And he gets out. This This is what Willa does! Do not let him get in for these steals as Gumayusi's not even able to find the kill just yet. Closer, he goes golden. There is the stun onto Gumayusi and he's taken down. The cat finds another partner, but he's going to be knocked off again. And Liv Sandbox, if it wasn't certified before, it bloody well is now. As Zeus, he's going to go down as well. Faker is like, I can't, guys. I can't. As the extendo beam comes through and they're like, Teddy, can you come back onto our team now? Please, as Faker is going to get the shield from the Shifting Sands, manages to get the kill onto Kyle. That's what we expect from the GOAT, but it's still a triple kill for the Zeri. Let's see whether Willa can do it again, as Bertle does have a great flank angle. This Baron is going down extraordinarily quickly, but they're holding it at about 3k. Liv Sandbox now moving in. Willa towards this pit right now as they're just trying to get rid of Bertle. They do not want him to be a problem, as now Baron is going to reset and the Phalanx will be put back together here by T1. Duskbringer spots out Zeus, and now they think that they are going to have the opportunity. Teddy gets over the wall, but Kyle is just eliminated before they can do anything. He cannot move quickly enough. His Kraken Slayer is now completed as well, actually. So 4 items on this Zeri is now Zeus looking for Bertle, but now the engage. Paranoia comes down the cask. Fantastic to break up the fight, but I don't know whether it's going to be enough here as Faker looks to come in. Teddy's going to avoid the Empress Divide. Kyle not so lucky. The Aphelios is already dead, though.
He's alive.
Sandbox's fight. Teddy's alive, but he's not shooting anyone because he cannot get over the wall. The charm from max range, and Faker will be taken out. Another Zeri moment for Liv Sandbox, and now they should be able to take some pretty decent turrets.
Even with the stopwatch coming through from Guma, he is just not able to survive, and this should be at least an inhibitor going down here. T1, 15 seconds on Guma, so that should be enough to defend. Liv Sandbox grab this. Can they grab more?
Now the charm is going to connect here. Closer has been playing so well, but Zeus is mega tanky. He's got the best damage item in the game as well, as Teddy's trying to get through him, but it's not going to work out there. Zeus does get pushed away, and he will, at least save the rest of his base. Trying to keep them busy here, as you can see.
Or this is a done deal.
This is the first time that the setup has been on Liv Sandbox. They do manage to find the hook. The charm is there on Owner as well. He's taking so much damage. Thornmail or no, still will survive for the moment. And they can't afford to let him go down. We saw what happened last time, remember. The Baron was just picked up as another hook will connect, this time onto the other tank, who's soaking a lot of damage. Kyle doesn't have too many more of them in him. That health bar is getting very low. Closer on that flank angle.
Yeah, he is spotted by this ward here. They're going to let him know as well. He's going to move away. Owner trying to get some of that healing back here, but Yuumi just doesn't offer the same amount of sustain she used to. And on Jungle Scion here, you're just slowly trying to get it back here, shielding his way forward.
These health bars are really starting to whittle down. Paranoia comes through yet again as Teddy locks down a kill under the jungler, but the health bar lead is still there for T1. It is still relevant as Kyle is completely out of this battle. Willa at full health, Bertle pretty healthy as well, but so is Gumayusi. And he is the most important part as they turn onto Bertle, and he's just going to have to flash, but he's still going to die. And now Closer, the next straggler, Liv Sandbox. You have to get some control here as he looks to try and get out. The Spirit Rush going to be there. Okay, it's decent as Teddy now thinks it's his opportunity. They managed to lock down Zeus, but already Kyle is just eliminated. He does cleanse, and Teddy gets exhausted. Has to flash. The final chapter is going to be there, and the Zeri will go down to the GA. Goodbye, Ari. And Liv Sandbox, they tried to get it done, but 1,000 gold into the coffers of Faker.
Oh, that team fight was surgical from T1, finding single targets and looking for those single target eliminations, pushing Kyle back, splitting the team fight in two, and the experience of T1 definitely showing through here on what looked like it was almost a done and dusted team fight. They kill the Scion, wait out the zombie, but are unable to regroup because Faker's making plays on both sides of the fight. T1 push to end.
Yeah, Bertle is going to be up, but I don't know whether one lone crocodile is going to be enough as Willa dives forward, wants to try and kill these minions as best he can. Bertle does a decent job of that as he's going to get knocked up, will get taken down. There is no more minions left, so at least there's that. As Paranoia going to come through yet again. Willa just trying to do anything that he can, but it's going to be a probable triple kill here for Gumayusi in the back end as Zeus not going to allow that one to happen. Closes turn to run through, does pad that KDA a little bit, but
T1 botch a few of those Rift Herald engagements as well, but at the end of the day, the experience does shine through. One big team fight is all it takes, but I think if you're a T1 fan, you're not as happy about this win. I think if you're a Liv Sandbox fan, you're kind of okay with the loss. Lucian, one that, by the way, Lucian Yumi, even when it had moved away from being popular, oh, it's Neela.
Okay!
But, I mean, that was one that T1 would run a lot. But yeah, Neela going to be the option here for the side of T1, so there is a lot of ways. Poppy, on the other hand, will be a similar idea in terms of how you can set up team fights. It's going to give you a little bit of a late-game insurance policy as well in terms of setting up fights on your footing. Going to be very free laning phase here as well for the Poppy into the Jax. And that's what they're going to opt into. I like the Aatrox a lot, but the Aatrox is a lot more all-in on we're going to win this game early mid, and then there is no fallback. Whereas the Poppy, I think...
To be picked up into the Jax. Looks pretty scary here for Liv Sandbox. Let's see how they go as we hop onto the roof. Instead of going for the construction site Nautilus.
I like the construction one more. I think it's a downgrade.
It reminds me of Mata. I just think of Mata. I feel like it's his skin. I don't know why. It's just the one that he used to always use.
Yeah, if they're able to get the stun there. Oh,
all right, in goes Gumayusi. I take it all back. Teddy's going to have to cleanse, flash, get the heck out of there. As thankfully, it's a melee champion that he's dealing with because he had basically no health as Ona.
So exactly what you're looking for here for Gumacaria.
Yeah, not even having a great time here, as we can see, as Ona is going to find Closer, throws his charm away and gets hit by the turret. Like, I don't know how more dead you could be. That is first blood going over to Ona. Yep, Kyle does have the depth charge as Teddy finally hits his ult. And now, can T1 make this one happen? They dive forward. He's just in a bouncy castle, but they're unable to finish him off. Ona is going to be taken down. Carrier is dead as well. It's a double for the Zeri, as Gumayushi's still at full health, but it's 2 kills on Teddy.
I got scared about what was happening in picture-in-picture there, but
oh, speaking of getting scared.
I should be scared.
Yeah. Ona is... Okay, ring around the rosy. We played this game before. Bertle, pretty good at it. And let's see how this one's going to... okay, well, walking. Walking's going to do it. Walking is the strategy. And Bertle went fishing and got himself a Vi. That is successfly landed.
Yeah, I mean... Huh.
Yeah.
It's the second time he's done that this game, where he's just able to run circles around Owner quite literally. And now Owner's going to miss Willer, it looks like, that is to say.
Well, Sejuani going to make it into the brush. Spots
See each
out
other.
this Vi. There's the Glacial Prison. They waste 0 time, and that is a dead Vi. Gorgeous play.
A bit of a mistake there. And, you know, Liv Sandbox did also disappoint us in week 1 of the... Okay, hold that thought.
That's a hook. Gumayusi is going to walk into them. Arctic Assault is fantastically timed, but the Apotheosis is too good. Owner is going to be here.
The turn.
And look at how much time the Jubilant Veil bought into the... Zeri goes the Vi, and yeah, she explodes, but it's her health bar that's going to go down the majority of the way. And T1, oh man, glorious counterplay. Extraordinarily well for this team thus far, as Zeus gets himself into position. Won't have the heroic charge now as Emperor's Divide is leapt away from, but I don't know whether that is going to be the solution he's looking for. Gets himself the counter-strike and leaps away. What is this? Bertle didn't have flash, and he almost manages to get away.
Almost buys enough time
towards this top side, but not going to be there in time.
And in that moment.
Well, we're going to see a bit of a battle here as Willer is going to be able to take the Rift Herald, but they throw away the Ahri, and now Willer is just dead, donated for the good of the colony. They're not going to be able to grab the eye here either. So it is a bit of local gold collected here by Liv Sandbox. That's nicely done. However, they lose their Sejuani. He was thinking about going over to clear out that ward. That could have been his death, as Teddy and Kyle trying to get on in here. As Ona once again on a little bit of a mission. He ults, he does get charmed, but there's the slowdown from the Everfrost. There's the flash forward from Bertle as well. They should be able to grab this kill. There it is. Closer locks that one up. So, oh, Zeus might face checking here as there it is. Closer now looking to close in. No pun intended. Lands the charm. There's the teleport. As Baker is going to come through as well. Heroic charge to keep Willer busy. Kyle is definitely the tasty target. They do get the depth charge out of him. He should be able to back away. Liv Sandbox using everything defensively. Yeah, okay. Well, in they go. Closer doesn't quite find the value he's looking for, and that is a 2-man Emperor's Divide. Faker now calls in the cavalry as Zeus was teleporting, and they'll get the knock-up. And Faker says, not on my watch, not today. The flash from Zeus. Blast Cone going to get Willer relatively far away. Winter's Wrath, but there is a gameplay button you can press, and Cease and Desist will say no. Gumayusi going to find Kyle, and Kyle's like, I'm getting out of here. If there's ever a time to fight, it's with Willer around a Baron. But they don't have Willer, so it's going to be very, very difficult already. Stopwatch has to be used. As into the backline goes Gumayusi, and he just eliminates Teddy. Faker is going to go down, but I think that's a worthy sacrifice here to kill everybody else. T1,
Teddy,
it's a great draft.
Yeah, he has no agency because Owner has ult, right? You know, oh,
That's onto Faker. It's a decent hit there as he gets charmed as well. Bertle looking for the counter-strike. Emperor's Divide defensively is very, very nice. Is now Owner trying to get out of there. Gumayusi still has ultimate, but they don't have the final chapter, and it looks like T1 are going to have to back away for now.
Yeah, they already had that bottom inhibitor down. They wanted to get a little bit more here. Nice play from Willer. It does land on the Faker to try to push them back. No punish going to come through. Oh, I say that.
Yeah, Faker actually backing a little bit late there as now everybody is rushing after the Pigeon. Will the Azir survive? Has to flash the extendo beam.
Willer obviously used his ult. Can he get into range here?
I think so. Arctic Assault going to come through here as Shifting Sands. Beautifully done. Faker is going to get to his outer turret.
Oh no, the Neil is coming.
Going to turn up. Teleport in as well as Faker. He can go home and then teleport back if he'd like to. Everfrost was decent, but I don't know whether this is going to be it. Oh my goodness, the combination of the Apotheosis and the Steadfast Presence is like, I'm going to pull you in, and by the way, you can't get out.
And I think really Live Sandbox in this game tripping over themselves quite a bit in terms of the macro plays and trying to punish in these side lanes is really going to cost them big. I mean, it's costed them the game essentially here already unless we see a miracle. Willer going to be the last to fall here, but look at the push in mid. That's going to be the second inhibitor here for T1. Closer's not up for 15. Teddy up in 10. Doesn't have his Titanic just yet, and that's going to be T1 also casually picking up this Cloud Soul.
As Gumayusi was dealing with the top inhibitor turret, does manage to sort that one out as now Bertle fighting with the Neela. Closer going to go down as a bit of an afterthought here as Owner trying to get out of here. He's like, I bought the time, guys. You just go and kill everyone. As Teddy might be able to grab the kill onto him. There it is. There is at least one for Live Sandbox as Faker put up the Emperor's Divide. I don't know who he was trying to hit with it, but maybe he was just using it for fun.
I mean, Bertle got bashed.
Was it Willa or was it Bertle that died to that one?
Bertle, I believe, died to it, and one additional auto there from the Sand Soldier. Kyle, the last to fall. And yeah, it was a close game one. Game two, not so much.
Yeah, it was close until the series really wasn't. And I think the bottom lane had so much to do with it. 7-0-7 on this Neela for Gumayusi. And they'll do way more damage. And Teddy, the Zeri not really going to be a thing this time. So back-to-back losses for Zeri.
Hello, this is Dear for the POG interview translation. We are here joined by Zeus and Gumayusi on side of T1. You came out with a 2-0 victory against Live Sandbox. How do you feel? Zeus? Sandbox as a team is a strong team, and it felt like it was going to throw us off if we lost today. I'm very satisfied that we got a 2-0 win today.
오늘은 왠지 이길 수 있을 것 같다는 자신감이 좀 있었고요.
I had a bit of confidence that we would win today, and I feel like I did a good job in the laning phase in game 1 and 2, but obviously didn't really do so well during team fight in game 1, so I was a little disappointed. So today's headline was that this was a matchup against your former teammate Teddy. So how is playing against him after a long time? It was really nice seeing him. I feel like he's definitely an AD carry that doesn't die too easily when he's my opponent. So I was very wary of him. It was a matchup after such a long time. It was really fun. So to talk about last week, after a regretful loss against Genji, what kind of adjustments were made? After that match, on the way back to our player house, I feel like we were able to talk amongst each other about what kind of mistakes we were making. So I think we're actually seeing some progress here. And Zeus, you have a 12-win, 1-loss record with Gragas, and you're showing such consistent and solid performance whenever you lock in Gragas. What kind of matchup did you foresee against Renekton and Nocturne?
1대1 매치업만 고려해봤을 때는 충분히 그라가스가
In terms of
레넥톤을 좀
1v1s,
까다롭게
feel like
만들만한 상황이 많아서
Renekton can be a little
어떻게든 좀
tricky
초반에
to
공을 못 쓰게
deal with when
하려고
you're
의도했고,
Renekton. So,
녹턴은 그냥 딱히 별로 의식하지 않았습니다.
and I didn't really pay much attention, or Nocturne was not much of an issue for me.
꼭 물어봐야 할 것 같은 장면이 있었습니다. 1세트에.
And Zeus, in game 1, when your opponent was backing out after pushing the inhibitor, you went in with a body slam and flashed out immediately. And there's been split reaction coming from the fans. Some believe that it was a mistake, and some say that it was you reacting to a charm. So can you clear the confusion and tell us what the answer is?
결과적으로 보면 실수였는데 이게
Both are correct
플래시를
answers.
앞으로
I feel like
생각했을
as a
거를
result, it
그
was
순간에 이제 슬로우
a
모션으로
mistake.
되면서 한 8번 정도 고민했거든요.
I feel
그래서
like
이제 그렇게
everything
됐는데
is in slow motion, and I was just hesitating. I was in dilemma whether I was going to flash in or out.
뭐
I feel like maybe
보시는
it could have been a
분들이
calculated
재밌었으면
play.
저는 만족합니다.
알겠습니다.
I mean, I'm happy as long as people found it fun to watch.
갑자기 앞으로 밀고 들어오는 적들을 유미와 함께 굉장히
And
단단하게
in the last team fight, you were defending the base with Yumi when the opponent was pushing through the inhibitor. So we saw that Gragas and Yumi is so tanky. I feel like it wasn't the end. The game was going to end. And I feel like I could have definitely made a better play, but it's a little regretful over there. You were against Zeri and Nautilus, Gomushi, in both series. What was your main focus during the laning phase?
둘이 그렇게 라인전에서는 강한 조합이 아니라고 생각을 했고
I feel like that comp isn't that strong during the laning phase.
잘했던 것 같아요.
And I feel like I was able to carry out during the laning phase pretty well. And in game 2, you drafted Neela Yumi bot, which is a good sustain comp. And we heard you say Neela OP in voice comps. So after playing her on stage, would you say that she's better than expected? A few days ago, I mentioned that Neela is a good champion in my stream, and I felt like a lot of people were responding with, oh, well, it was pretty negative. They said, not really. But I was able to prove them wrong, so I'm happy about that. Now, with T1, looking to continue the winning streak, your next opponent is OK Saving Snake Brionne. What's your mindset heading into that match?
일단 브리온이 지금 어떻게 뭐 상대적으로 약팀으로 평가받고 있긴 하지만 그래도
I feel like Brionne is seen as a weak team right now, but you always have to take consideration of any sort of variables, so we will make sure that we're ready for that match. After the loss against Genji, we have learned so much. And I feel like I'm very happy with where we are regarding how we're progressing so far. And I feel like the most important part will be us just keeping us in check, ourselves in check, and continuing the momentum. A word for your fans regarding the review desk that you guys are recording. So Gomeshi, you'll be doing this with Owner. So the review desk is having a different approach right now, so I hope that it's a fun one, and I hope that you guys look forward to watching it. This will be the end of the interview with Gumeyushi and Zeus, and back to the space. Thank you.